Are you serious right now, Halo Forces? Why would you go out of your way to create a video targeting Ryder, destroying his base simply because he expressed his opinion about Brian Figueroa, the Roblox and Paw Patrol fan? Ryder, like everyone else, has the right to share his perspective. And honestly, he has a valid reason to criticize Brian, considering the shocking and inappropriate incident where Brian reportedly exposed his private part during Caesar's stream. That kind of behavior is beyond unacceptable. It's so trite, disturbing and deserving of condemnation. But what's even worse is the way you escalated this situation. You sent a death threat to Caesar, claiming that you would send a faction after him. Let's get one thing straight: death threats, grounding threats, rape threats, and termination threats do not work. They are not solutions. They are not valid forms of communication. They are harmful, illegal, and deeply damaging actions that cross every line of decency and humanity. And let me add this. You've been caught in 4K supporting Brian Figueroa, the Roblox and Paw Patrol fan, despite his disgusting and inappropriate behavior. How can you justify standing by someone who has done something so deeply wrong? Supporting such actions only makes you complicit in the harm caused. Instead of holding Brian accountable, you've chosen to align yourself with him, further damaging your credibility and reputation. Threatening someone's life or safety is not only morally wrong but also a serious crime. It shows a complete lack of respect for others and a dangerous disregard for the potential consequences of your words. These kinds of threats can cause immense emotional distress, and in some cases, they can even lead to real-world violence. Is that the kind of legacy you want to leave? Do you understand the magnitude of what you're doing? Furthermore, your behavior undermines any credibility you might have had. Instead of addressing issues in a mature and respectful way, you've chosen to lash out with extreme and unacceptable actions. If there's a legitimate problem or disagreement, it should be resolved through open and respectful communication. Or, if necessary, by involving appropriate authorities. Resorting to threats and intimidation only reflects poorly on you and alienates others. Halo Forces, it's time to take a long, hard look at your actions and the harm they are causing. Not only have you crossed ethical boundaries, but you've also created an environment of fear and hostility. This needs to stop immediately. You owe Ryder, Caesar, and everyone else involved a sincere apology. Take responsibility for your mistakes and make amends before the situation escalates any further. Let me remind you, this isn't just internet drama. These threats and actions can have real-world consequences. Legal, emotional, and social. If you don't take the opportunity to change now, the repercussions could be far worse down the line. It's never too late to correct your behavior, but the first step is acknowledging the harm you've caused and making a genuine effort to change. The cycle of hate, threats, and unnecessary conflict has gone on long enough. End of exposure.
No.